Hello, 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 party people. It's Leonie back again with the Life, Soul, Art and Business podcast. It's been a little while, hasn't it? It's been a little while. Um, we took a short break on the podcast while I moved. So we have we've been in Canberra now for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 2 weeks, I don't know. At some point, we moved back to Canberra and we went and looked at the house that we'd bought off the internet, and thankfully it was beautiful and perfect, and it's so serene here. It's just stunning. It was a little bit crazy to do, but it was just the way that we tend to do things. And we've moved in, and we're still unpacking, still finding our feet, but it feels really good. The garden here is just stunning. It feels like such a gift. And we found out that the owners that we bought the property off, the lady's name was Marion, and Marion is the name of my grandmother who passed away last year at the age of 97, and she was so special to me and to so many others. And Marion loved to garden, so I just love that I get to frolic in another Marion's garden, and it feels like a real loving gift from the angels, a kiss from the angels to be here. So it feels good, and honestly, it's just like I can't believe we've been away from Canberra for 5 years. It feels good and right and true. And I mean, the only problem I'm really having is that I've got so many friends here that I still haven't been able to catch up with all of them. And that's a really great problem to have after feeling like friends, finding and making new friends was a really hard place in the last 5 years. It didn't flow easily. I mean, I found a lot of friends and I met some wonderful people, but to get to that level of intimacy that I have with my Canberra friends, that takes a long ass time. You know, these are women that I've known and loved for 10 years plus. You know, even one of my closest high school friend lives here in Canberra now as well, and we've known each other since I was just turned 16. And it's such a gift to be around people who've known me for so long and who really love me unconditionally. And the thing that keeps coming up for me is that, I mean, they knew me before I was Leonie Dawson. They've known me since before I started a business, before, I became successful, any of those things, and they don't give a fuck. They really don't. And they see me in the entirety of my fullness as well, as a woman and as a spirit, and they know what my relationship with Chris is like, and they know all of the journey that I've undertaken to get here, and that just feels very sweet and very reassuring, and it's just been such a gift. I've spent many, many, many hours sitting out the back looking out over Marion's garden, and talking and talking and talking with friends, and just to find ourselves back with community is such a gift, a real gift, and it's one of the huge reasons that we got pulled back here. Not least just because all of the places that we love as well are here. So it's been magical to go back to the places we love so much, like the art gallery and Questacon and National Library and Gold Creek Village, and there's still so many places we haven't even been to yet. We've been for bushwalk out at Namadgi already, and what a gift that is, because we've walked that track so many times, just me and Chris, and now we have this little flock. And the last time that we went out there was just after we had Astara, so I sat and breastfed most of the time, and Chris walked around the track and while I watched, basically. So it's kind of amazing to be back again and to be returning to these places and to not be getting used to new sounds and vistas. It all just feels quite familiar. And I think that's the thing, when you've spent quite a lot of time discovering new places and traveling, because the last 5 years for us has really been quite a bit, basically just like a holiday in how many places? 4 places. So, on average, about a year in each place. And, you're really still just kind of finding new things, and everywhere you go, it all looks so new to your eyes. And it's really, it's wonderful in so many ways, but it's also quite overstimulating and ungrounded for me, in my experience. As a Scorpio, as a highly sensitive person, as somebody who gets excited really, really easily. And, my husband is very similar to that. And so it's really nice just to be places where the senses aren't quite as stimulated so much. It's beautiful and it's serene, and the time that we spent here in Canberra was such a wonderful, nourishing experience for us. So it just feels so good to be back in that same space. And of course, things have changed, but they haven't really. So it's nice. It's really, really, really nice. It's a real blessing. So, big breath. So much to tell you. All right, I'm going to have a cup of tea. If you want to have a cup of tea as well, I'm going to have a sip. Try and chill myself down, because otherwise I'm going to speak 100 miles an hour. Still a bit hot. Celestial Seasonings Sleepy Time Tea, in case you're wondering. No, I don't need to go to sleep. It's always good to calm this one down. So excited all the time. Oh, and I dyed my hair again. Well, to be clear, my old boss Lily, and I have to say my old boss Lily, she's just adorable. She's a Virgo, and I think that's really, really important for you to know about her. Is she is a Virgo, a real Virgo, a total Virgo. So much so that I really try. I prefer to get Christmas presents wrapped by her, instead of me doing it myself, because she is exquisite at it, and she gets these perfectly shaped corners. And I went to her daughter's birthday party, and she sat up to midnight making this cake. And I said to her, "Look, fuck you. I'm not. This is not the standard of children's parties. I very much appreciate what you've created here, and I think it's wonderful. But I want you to know, when you come to my place for a birthday party, we ain't seeing none of this polished Pinterest bullshit. Okay?" Okay? But she knows me, so she's fully aware of that situation, which is great. So, yes, my darling Lily, I thought to myself, I really need to get my hair dyed. I don't really have enough time, because tomorrow I'm flying away in a big jet plane to the the Australian Mumpreneur Awards, and I'm a finalist for the People's Choice Award for making a difference. Wow, thanks guys, it's amazing. And a finalist for the grand title as well of Mumpreneur of the Year. So I'm actually supposed to be working on my presentation at the moment, and you can see how that's going. I thought, let's make a podcast. So procrastination. Why do today what you can put off until midnight tonight? So anyway, I had to get my hair done because my blue was not as vibrant as I was wanting it to, and so I didn't really have time with all the things we've got on at the moment. So I invited Lily around, and we did it. Well, she did it, and she was so good. She'd never done hair before, and she I had layers and foils and shit, and she was just exquisite. So this would not have happened left to my own devices. I would have just purple, pink, brown mud hair had I tried to attempt this by myself. And I'm really sorry, I just realised that for those people who are listening on the podcast, you can't actually see my hair. So let me describe it to you. I've kind of dip dyed, so the top, I don't know, the first few inches of my hair are just my normal kind of blondie brown, and then the top the last few inches of my ends, my hair ends, are dyed pink and purple and blue. Woo! And it looks like, I don't know, it looks like a mermaid. And Chris says it looks like I like to make wool felt things, like fairy angels made out of wool felt. Actually, it's in the academy if you want to go make one, the wool felt fairies workshop. Go do it, it's really cute. But you make these things out of this beautiful coloured wool, and you can plait it and make it into fairies and all sorts of stuff. And Chris said to me, "Oh my god, that's what your hair looks like. You look like a wool fairy now." I'm like, oh, that's probably the nicest thing ever. Like, that's like definitely my style inspiration. So that's what's happening with that. And I have to tell you, when I knew that I was a finalist and that I had to commit to going, I found out that they have an awards night, which is a formal dress occasion. Says the woman in pajamas. And so I kind of freaked out for a bit there, and I was like, holy shit, I don't think I can do that. And they're like getting their hair professionally done and makeup done and stuff. And I didn't even do that for my wedding. I just washed my hair and didn't brush it and just kind of curled up and looked cute. And I waxed some shit on my eyes about 10 minutes before the wedding. And that was it. And that's kind of how I rolled, and I was barefoot. So yeah, I don't do formal. And so I ended up, my darling Deb, who's my women's circle mentor, and she's just been a flower in my heart from the moment that I met her 11 years ago, doesn't matter. Anyway, she said, come on over, I know what you need. And she took me over. I went over to her place and she gave me a massage, and she was amazing. And then she picked through clothes in her cupboard and lent me this beautiful turquoise hippie gown. And then she styled me and like put on all this jewelry shit. And so now I'm like set to go. And I just need to dig out some sparkly sandals or some shit. I'm not wearing high heels. I look like a tottering giraffe. Maybe that sounds more like a horse. But the effect is still the same, whether I'm a horse or a giraffe. It's not an elegant look. So that's how I'm rolling with that. So I guess I just wanted to I wanted to share this just in case you don't know how to be an adult either, and you're afraid that you need to be an adult in order to do big things. And I think, just do it your way. Just do it in a way that makes you radiant and comfortable and glowing in your own skin, because I think that's probably all that really matters. I'm going to have some more water. If you want to take a deep breath right now or have some water, let's do that. I have a moment of reverence. And yes, I'm drinking out of a plastic bottle. No, you don't need to send me emails. No, that's okay. It's alright. Nobody needs to shout at everyone on the internet. This is not a valid way to spend your time, loves. Just kidding. I know you're all cool. Is everybody else on the internet? Can we all kick them out? Please, please. I know, I just need to develop more compassion and tolerance. And a faster finger to put on the block. Gee. This is just a first. I did this ridiculous face yesterday because I just had a facial. Can you tell? I'm glowing. If you're just listening, I am glowing, and I got my eyebrows done. And because I have an extraordinarily rubbery face, it's incredibly gifted at making faces. I pulled this amazing. I spent ages trying to make the most grotesque face that I could, and I feel like I nailed it. I so nailed it. I was really impressed with myself. I was like, that is fucking Ricky Gervais level. And I saw somebody commented saying, enough with the silly faces. Why can't you just embrace your deep beauty? And I know this is something that's a deep issue inside you. And I'm like, the fuck, man? Like, I love myself and I think I'm rad and this is all good with me. Like, this is like, I'm so into this. Can we stop like prophesying and saying, I see deep into you and telling people what their issues are? Unless you're my fucking therapist, you ain't no shit. You ain't no shit about me. So don't say bullshit on the internet. Don't pretend that you're more insightful than you are, because you're not. And it just shits me. And then, of course, like the other day, I said that my 18-month-old daughter was tantruming and being a pain in the ass at the moment. Because guess what? She's 18 months old. And I had people diagnosing that she had autism, that she was like deficient disorder and something, or she had celiac disease. And I'm like, guys, stop diagnosing strangers' kids on the internet. She's being an 18-month-old. If I was really concerned about something, I would actually go to a doctor or a pediatrician and actually get like right advice. You know, like can we not go like deep and try and diagnose each other, especially off like one little post? That's really, I don't think it's helpful. You know what I mean? And I know that we all kind of want to jump to conclusions, but I don't think we need to. Or if you're going to jump to conclusion, just let it be a conclusion in your own head. It doesn't have to just come out. And I'm saying this with love. It's just that it gets really tiresome. And I know lots and lots of creators have actually pulled away from sharing anything online because it gets exhausting to be totally barraged with stupid comments. Do you know what I mean? Like just total like judgmental comments that don't even make sense. Whether it's judging how much I love myself because I've chosen to make a stupid and hilarious, incredibly hilarious picture, or if I'm sharing about my child being a tantrum dick because that's what 18 months olds are like, and I'm just being honest about the situation for every other mother out there who's going like, why? It's 18 months so hard. It's because it's 18 months. Can we do that and just let people share that? And if it doesn't resonate with you, just back away, do something else. Because there's like millions and billions of voices out there, so you might as well just find somebody that's aligned with you and, I don't know, try to diagnose or correct or judge other people. Like, can we do that? I don't know. Sorry if I seem like cranky and judgmental about it. It's just because I am. Like, do I really have to put a disclaimer on everything that I post? Like, yes, I'm making a stupid face right now, but guess what? It's not because I don't love myself. Or my child is being a tantrum dick right now, but it's not because she has an undiagnosed condition that I know of yet, because she's only 18 months old. And guess what? It's going to be okay. She's 18 months old and it's all fine. So, because we're just sharing like little snippets, just tiny little snippets in our life. And we can't know somebody's fullness of life because that would take 24 hours to digest how we've all got our lives to live. Anyway, I'm getting off track. Goodness. My office is still a disaster zone. If you're on video right now, I'm going to show you the disaster zone that is my office. I mean, things are set up, which is nice, but there's not much artwork on the walls yet, and there is crap everywhere. There's so much crap everywhere. I don't quite have time to do it just yet because I've got other priorities, because apparently I'm supposed to be running a presentation right now, but I'm not doing a podcast. But I haven't done a podcast in ages, so, you know, let's just keep it a secret between you and me. Don't tell Leonie. Leonie doesn't need to know that I'm procrastinating right now. Okay? I won't tell if you don't. What else should I tell you? Now that I've had a little bitchy rant. Sorry if I was bitchy. But sometimes I feel like I just want to share things. Just get it off my chest and go, do we really I'm still going to change the world, but I'm kind of experimenting with like not keeping everything inside me and not trying to be like positive 100% of the time, because I don't know if that's totally healthy, and I feel like it kind of contributes to anxiety when you're like completely honest about the full situation. So, I mean, the full situation is this: I'm fucking so blessed and so grateful to live this life and so grateful to do this work. And these things are like just like tiny segments of shitted offness. And it's okay that I have like little moments of shitted offness. Like we're all allowed to have them because that's what it's like to be human. And it's okay to express them. Like we don't have to buy into the fact that you've got to be like super positive all the time, otherwise you manifest bad things. I just think that's bullshit. I really do. Like I'm all for a positive mindset, but like uber positive where you don't even get to share when things are shit, that sucks. That's bullshit. That's abuse to yourself, because that way you don't feel like you're actually allowed to feel human and have stuff come up. And it means that you don't get to, you have like this secret shame. And then when bad things do happen, you think, oh my God, have I attracted this to myself? Fuck that. That's just bullshit. And I learned this really, really deeply from hyperemesis gravidarum. So when I was pregnant with my second daughter, I had a serious illness, which was just horrific to live through. And there's some people out there who commented and said, how have you attracted this into your life? And I am like, because you can't see me right now, I've got two fingers up. The fact is I didn't attract it to myself. It's just what happened. And there is no way that I believed that I would have that for that long. There is no way that I sent out negative thought forms into the universe and pulled that back to me. It's not. It's something that I went through, and had some big, huge lessons in there that I'm grateful that I learned. It's just the thing that I went through. And I actually had an astrology reading not long ago with Heidi Rose Robbins, I think her name is. She was really good. She was super lovely. And she went through my birth chart, and basically for the time that I had hyperemesis, my stars lined up in such a way. She was like, well, what happened here? Because this is the place in your life where you will get the sickest of the sick that you will ever be in your life. And I was like, yes, that's what happened. And she's like, well, it's there. It was like, it's been planned out in your stars. And it made me feel so much better. I just thought, well, it's still bullshit. And I still don't agree with the fact that hyperemesis gravidarum exists. And I will still rage against it, especially if anybody else is still going through it. Like, fuck that shit. That is bullshit. But it's like just a relief to like not hold on to any guilt whatsoever that happened to me. I'm not buying into that bullshit. I am not buying into that bullshit. So yeah, I think we really need to be super careful about how militant we feel about staying positive all the time. Because it's really great to have a positive mindset, but it's even better, I believe, to temper and balance that positive mindset with a true expression of all of the things that you are feeling, because none of them deserve to be ignored, and they're all there for a reason, and they shift and they change once we've expressed them, and of course express them healthily in healthy situations. So that's what I'm thinking about for that. I've got this big ball of selenite. Oh, I got it ages ago and I haven't really fully connected with it yet. If you're on a podcast, the selenite looks like a glowing orb. Oh no, my daughter's marked it. Okay, I'll clean that up later. Having kids, what a joke, hey? What a joke. Stop wrecking all my things. It's like they have like a little radar of things that are precious to you, and they just emanate towards it and make you a Zen Buddha, not being so attached to possessions. Dun, dun, dun. Still, good for them to learn boundaries. I did stop her, but I don't think I've stopped her soon enough. There's some gouges in it. I shall fix them. I'll give it a nice little polish and a rub and a bit of a hold to my heart and love it back to life. See, maybe it wasn't thinking positive thought forms and it happened to it. Or maybe it was just what was meant to happen, you know? Maybe that's just for crystals too, that sometimes shit happens. Maybe shit happens as a very sacred way of being open to all of life's journey. Maybe, very ranty today. Maybe I'm especially ranty because I'm really trying to avoid this whole presentation thing. Don't worry, still keeping a secret as if you are. What else? Oh, okay. So I shall interrupt this rant with an advertisement. No, I just wanted to let you know we are doing a Shining September special. We've never done this before. We've had a lot of people say that they wanted to join my Shining Biz and Life Academy, which is where I pile the entirety of my life's work. So all of the programs and courses and books that I've created over the last 8 years, they all get put into the academy for the members. And so there's my W Business program, which is a huge, massive program. It's like 50,000 words, I think. It's like the size of a novel when I wrote it. And it's huge and it's got videos and audios, but it takes you through exactly what I've done and what you need to do in order to double your business in size each year. And so it's kind of like hyper growth strategies on marketing and online business, and how I've grown my mailing list to 65,000, how to become a sales page maven, how to become excellent at sales and get people onto your mailing list, and really generate a tribe that is very loyal to what you're offering. And what else is in there? A fuck ton. How to make a bestseller book. It's a really dense, nutrient-rich kind of program. And you can dive in there and, search on search engine optimization, for example, or Facebook ads, or anything that you want to know about in the online marketing space. We have got that nailed. Plus we have business case studies of exactly of some businesses that I've taken through the W Business principles and how I've taught them to double their business as well, which is really fun. Plus you get my Business Goddess e-course, all the ways that you can make money online, how to hire and grow and keep a shining 6-figure team, because I have an amazing team to support me. We also go into tech stuff. So if you want to create a WordPress website or any of the things that you need to do to create and build and maintain your online business, we have Scott's at, or in the process of making it, because Grant, my Chief Operations Officer, who's sometimes on this podcast with me, he is a tech guru. So he's just about to launch the How to Build a WordPress website course into the academy, and then we just keep on streaming from there. So anything that you want to see created, you can reach out to us and we will create it for you, and it's pretty fucking cool. And then you also get creativity programs, and like the Divine Wool Fairies, one that I've created, and I've got more in the works as well. I've just bought myself a document camera so I can put it over and do lettering and illustration courses and all sorts of cool shit. So there's so much that we've got in the works. There's also creativity programs in there, spirituality, there's meditation programs. I think there's about 12 meditation programs in there, and MP3s that you can download and use, and they've always been really, really massively popular. There's even one about how to go to sleep, and people have been swearing by that since I released it 5 years ago. It's just they put it on for their kids as well, and their kids go, oh. So apparently there's something in my voice that is very sleep-inducing. The exact voice that I use in... Not really. I'm just kidding. Anyway, so there's a lot of content in there. A lot of content. Somebody just joined and she was like, holy shit, like I did not realize just the amount of stuff that was in here. And so I keep on talking about it to try and communicate to people like, holy shit, it is like everything that we can pour in there. As much as we can. It's like $10,000 worth of programs in an insanely affordable academy. So the special that we're running, goodness me, it's taken a while for me to get there, is that you can, instead of like paying like upfront, which you totally can, it's only $4.97 a year, which is like a crazy, amazing deal. You can sign up and get it for $49.95 a month for over 12 months. So you should go to shiningacademy.com to go check it out, get into it. I'm very, very proud of what we're creating there. You also get access to our life mastermind and our business mastermind that's got over 2,200 women from around the globe in there. And you also get, like we do, weekly Ask Me Anythings. So on customer service, on tech, on social media, on business, on life, on parenting, on everything. So me and my staff are in there. So there's an Ask Me Anything happening nearly every day in there now, which is pretty amazing. What else? Oh, we're just about to launch monthly group coaching calls. So I offer no one-on-one coaching anymore. And when I did it, I was, basically fully booked out. So I prefer to pour all of my love and energy into the academy. So we'll be running monthly group coaching calls so you can jump on and get questions answered. We've also just about to introduce, you can call in, like we'll have like weekly open hours so that if you've got any issues about going through the membership site or if you want to ask questions about anything, you can call in and talk to one of my support fairies, and it's pretty amazing. Like I really believe the level of support and the amount of stuff that we provide in the academy, like there is nowhere else like it on the internet. And I really try and over deliver to make sure that people get as much information as possible to help them really shift their life and shift their business and transform it and make it so incredibly powerful. And the reason I do it is because I so believe that we are at a new frontier, and that when women especially, we have some beautiful, beautiful, spirited and intentional men that join the community as well. Just like Grant, our Chief Operations Officer, he's kind of the lead spirited dude at the operation. But when women step up into themselves and into their power and really begin to create their dreams come true, it is incredibly powerful, and it means they transform their financial their financial future and their financial freedom for themselves and their family, their communities, and the world. Women in business are the biggest philanthropists in the world. We donate more than anybody else. So it's us who's going to change the world. We're going to redirect funds in all kinds of ways. And, it's because of the academy that we've been able to, I'm such a big proponent of putting your money where your mouth is. So I'm in the top 1% of Kiva lenders in the world. Me and some of my mates built a school through Pencils of Promise. We've donated tens of thousands of dollars to a range of charities. And we will continue to. We've got big, big goals. The next one, I want to fund a library through Room to Read, which is an amazing, amazing organisation. So we've always got really, big goals on. We've got 4 sponsored children. During this sale, every person who signs up means that we'll fund a water well for a person in Africa. So it's all part and parcel of what we do, and it's part and parcel of why we want to support you to live your dreams too, because everything gets so much better when you share your gifts with the world, and it's an incredible transformation, and it's the greatest spiritual journey that you can have. It just supercharges it, really. You have to really heal this so that you can live your biggest light. And I know that every single person listening to this, you all have gifts to share with the world, and whether they're creative or through writing or through coaching, through healing, through whatever it is that you're cool to doing, that means that you have so many out there who need you and need what you have. And I teach what I teach so that you can go out and help those people, because that's how the world heals. And I believe business can be such a generator of good. And it's you and me that are going to do it. So that's what the Academy is about. Go to check it out, shiningacademy.com. If you've got any questions at all, please email us, support@leoniedawson.com. I would love, love, love to support you on your journey. I know that the resources in the Academy are going to make it so much quicker and easier and more powerful for you when you implement them. Like, you can't just buy it and then not do anything with it. You actually have to implement. Like, sorry to break it to you. No program's going to work unless you work. But, I want to do everything that I possibly can do to help you get there. So do go check it out. I would love to see you in there. I'd love to get more intimate and deep with you and support you with everything that I've got to help you live those big, big dreams of yours, because that's what you're born to do. So that was the end of that ad break. I hope you enjoyed that interlude, and I hope it wasn't too ad breaky, if you know what I mean. And that was a tea break. So, is there anything else that I need to tell you? What I want most of all is to embody and teach that business doesn't have to be business as usual, and that we can transform it into this utter playground of creativity and joy and love and connection, and make it integrated in the rest of our lives so it's fully in integrity and fully with intention, and isn't the way that we think business is. That's just kind of the dude way of doing it. We can make it our own way, and I don't know, it's not even just feminine way of doing business, but this the spirited, the sacred, the whole of self way of doing business. That would be a miracle and a gift, and would change the world. So with that, maybe we'll just have a quiet little meditation. If you just want to close your eyes. And breathing deeply in and out of your belly. There's nowhere else you need to be. There's nothing else you need to be doing. Just being you, right here, right now. And I ask the angels to let us know anything that we need to know for our day ahead. And I just see white washes of light glowing down around us, cleansing us, healing us, softening us, returning us home. May we know we are safe. May we know we are loved. And may we know that we are whole. Om Mani Haya. Om Mani Haya. Om Mani Haya. May all beings be at peace. May our days be blessed as we rediscover the great oneness within us all. So may it be. Blessings. And when you're ready, just returning to your body, stretching, wiggling your toes and your shoulders. May you take this tiny nugget of peace with you into your day or into your night, wherever you are. And may you know that you are safe and that you are loved and you are whole. I'm wishing you so much blessings and joy and precious, precious blessings. Mwah. Have a wonderful day.